What's up guys, this is your favorite fanfic YouTuber, the Fanfic Majesty, and welcome to another amazing video. You can follow me on Patreon for exclusive stories.
4I-057. Various forces gather in the capital of Seven Waters. Robin, I didn't expect you to be mixed with the disaster of the world, but it doesn't matter, sooner or later, Crocodile, will get you. The man who called himself Crocodile raised the golden hook in his hand and said viciously. That's right, the man is the president of Baroque Works, Sir Crocodile codenamed, Mr. O. He felt that what kind of world disaster is nothing compared to ancient weapon. And Robin is the only surviving person in the world who knows ancient characters, can unravel the mystery of ancient weapon, and read historical texts. He felt that the value of Robin's role is much more valuable than a young boy who has a little strength but doesn't know how to do anything wrong, even kill celestial dragons. He felt that Robin was the most worthy of all forces to fight for. He even left Robin the position of vice president and supreme commander of Baroque Works for this reason. It's a pity that the forces of all parties obviously didn't realize this. That's why Crocodile sneered at these forces. He felt that the three major ancient weapons, no matter which one they were no more valuable than a mere brat. On a calm sea, Bai Ye and Robin finished their lunch and were enjoying a leisurely afternoon. They are completely unaware that all forces are chasing after them. The hull of the ship made by Adam Baoshu is quite strong, even stronger than Marine's giant steel ship. In addition, it is made of wood and is very light. Even if no external force is applied, the horizontal speed is still very fast. Ordinary pirate ships and warships simply cannot catch up. Robin, didn't you say you wanted to name the ship, haven't you decided on a name yet? In the shadows, after Bai Ye had a full meal, he picked his teeth with a huge fish bone and said. Poor monster fish in the sea, it's nothing more than being eaten, and it's turned into a tool for picking teeth. Well, of course, you can't name the ship casually. I'll think about it later. 117. Robin fiddled with the bonfire with the bones of the strange fish, said. Bai Ye lit the fire directly on the ship's plank. If it was an ordinary plank, it would have been burnt through long ago, but the Atom Treasure Tree obviously wouldn't. No matter how high the temperature was, it would be difficult for the Atom Treasure Tree to burn. Well, save the quilt to cover your thoughts. Bai Ye said something casually, then stood up. The camera zooms out. An astonishing scene suddenly appeared. It turned out that the shadow of Bai Ye and Robin enjoying the shade turned out to be the shadow of the huge skeleton of the strange fish. The skeleton of the strange fish alone is several meters high. The body length is more than 10 meters. Such a huge monster was eaten up by Bai Ye and Robin. Of course, 95% of them are eaten by Bai Ye. Perhaps because of doing as the Romans do, Bai Ye has also become a big eater. A strange fish dozens of times larger than itself can be eaten at one time. Of course, this has something to do with his previous battle with Akainu, which consumed a lot of energy. Food is undoubtedly one of the best ways to replenish physical strength. Robin, isn't Sky Island here yet? Bai Ye was so bored that he asked a question. It should be here soon. Robin wasn't quite sure. It was only then that Bai Ye realized that it seemed that it was indeed a bit embarrassing for her to let Robin, an archaeologist, be the navigator. After all, it is not professional. But now, there are only two of them on the boat, and there is nothing they can do. Only those who can do more work. But at this moment, Bai Ye suddenly turned his head, and he felt arrogance coming from behind him. What's wrong? Robin also looked back, but only saw nothing on the calm sea. Nothing. Bai Ye said, and continued. It seems that Stussy did not exaggerate the fact that all forces are indeed coming towards us. I just don't know whether they are coming for me or Robin. Hearing this, Robin said hastily. It goes without saying that of course I'm running for Bai Ye. You came here, brother. Robin was still a little uncomfortable with calling Bai Ye his elder brother, and his pretty face couldn't help but blush, which was very charming. Maybe not. Bai Ye said. He knew very well that many forces were jealous of Robin's talent. Asking for flowers. Especially the world government and the marine government want to erase Guan Luo's existence no matter what. While chatting, on board, countless ships appeared. Among these ships, there are marine warships, pirate ships, large and small. Obviously, these ships are not from the same force, but from different forces. As expected of brother Bai Ye, did you sense it so early? Seeing this, Robin admired Bai Ye even more. Robin, sit down. We're going to move forward with all our losses and get rid of these annoying guys. After Bai Ye finished speaking, he raised his foot and trampled on the boat lightly. 0. Praise of Sanctuary. Reiatsu Drive, with Bai Ye's sonorous and powerful voice sounded. The cross metal at the bow suddenly emitted a dazzling white light. The huge wall of light quickly patrolled the city, wrapping the entire ship in divine light. Countless spirit particles surged out from Bai Ye's body. Fortunately, people in this world cannot see the existence of Link C. Otherwise, as long as anyone can see it. When they saw that there were more spirit particles gushing out from Bai Ye's body than the galaxy in the universe, they were afraid that they would be frightened. With so many spirits, even in the world of Shinigami, probably only Yohbach can do it. Endless spirits gather together to form the terrifying Reiatsu. Driven by Reiatsu. Boom. The ship moves at a terrifying, almost light speed. Along the way, I dislike the huge waves of 10,000 meters. The sea is even divided into two by ships. If this was a ship made of ordinary materials, even if it was Marine's giant steel ship, it might not have been able to withstand this terrible impact, and it would have disintegrated and shattered. Fortunately, the material used to build this ship is the Atom's treasure tree, the hardest material in the world. That's why the ship didn't disintegrate directly. This is why Bai Ye is looking hard for the material of Atom's treasure tree, which can be used to build ships. Ships made of ordinary materials simply cannot withstand the Reiatsu drive. 0.058. Ride the sky current on Sky Island. Go crazy. Advertise here. Far away. When the various forces saw the pitch-black ship in front of them, they knew that they were about to catch up with the target person, and they were all overjoyed. Ha! The hard work pays off. Even though I missed the capital of the Seven Waters, I finally caught up with this kid. I hope this kid is more acquainted, and don't refuse the invitation of our beast's pirates. What are you talking about? This kid will never go with you, he will go to Cake Island with us. Idiot, do you really think that he will join your group of pirate forces? A group of pirates can't protect him completely, he killed the noble celestial dragons of the world. Stop wishful thinking, we Marine will never let you succeed. In order to maintain justice in this world, this kid must die. What is protecting the justice of the world? It is to save the face of your Marine. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Gia. Catching up with this kid is not as difficult as 7, as imagined. The forces of all parties are obviously very excited because they are about to catch up with Bai Ye and the others. But the next second, they were dumbfounded. Whoosh. The boat that Bai Ye was on suddenly moved forward at an extremely fast speed, and disappeared in front of everyone's eyes in an instant. Wow, what's going on? What kind of speed is this? What kind of pirate ship has such a fast speed? The speed of the Oro Jackson, once known as the One Piece, is not so fast. This speed has almost reached the speed of light, the speed of light. Everyone was shocked. Of course, because the family is not sure whether the speed of the boat that rides day and night has the speed of light. Only one person on the marine warship is very sure that the speed is indeed almost catching up with the speed of light. That's right, that person is Calusalino, codenamed Kizaru, in Marine. Damn, how did that kid do it? Kizaru, who has always been carefree, is now serious. He is a sparkling fruit ability user, even he can only make his own speed reach the speed of light. But Bai Ye made the speed of the ship reach a speed close to the speed of light. At least this, Kizaru admits he can't do it. No wonder, Sakazuki will die at the hands of this kid. Kizaru secretly thought. He at least understood one thing, that is, in the face of this kid, he absolutely must not take it lightly. Otherwise, it will definitely end up in the same fate as Akainu. It's a pity. If I hadn't missed this soaring sea current, I would have to wait a year. I would like to meet for a while, with so many forces, to see which one is worthy of its name and which one has a false name. On the pitch-black ship that was advancing at full speed, Bai Ye expressed regret. Yes, the reason why he let the ship advance at full speed was not because he didn't want to entangle with various forces, but simply because if he delayed any longer, he would miss the soaring current on Sky Island. If you miss the soaring current on Sky Island, you have to wait a year. Bai Ye just wanted to go to Sky Island and usurp Thunder Fruit's ability, but he didn't have the patience to wait a year. Therefore, we can only miss this opportunity to give the forces of all parties a little shock. No way, sometimes you have to make a trade-off. Gaia Island. At this moment, countless pirates gathered on Gaia Island. The reason why these pirates gather here and they can live in peace and harmony is because they all come to enjoy the spectacular sight of the annual soaring ocean current. The spectacular sight that can only be seen once a year is naturally enough for these pirates who fight and kill all day long and lick blood on the tip of their knives to live together in peace. In addition to pirates, there are also local residents of Gaia Island. They all look forward to the spectacular sight that they only see once a year. As in previous years, at this moment, there are no ships on the sea near Gaia Island. After all, no one wants to die. In this way, riding the huge soaring current known as the life or death dangerous route on Sky Island is either all life or all death. And the probability of all of them being born is still extremely low, who would survive like that, and use this method to go to Sky Island. To choose is to choose the second method. Although it is said that only some of the 100 people who set out can survive, it is better than gambling on luck, and if you lose the bet, the whole army will be wiped out. So the pirates come here to watch the excitement. There is no pirate group that wants to go to Sky Island in this way. At least that's the case for now. Everyone is quietly looking forward to the arrival of the soaring sea current. However, at this moment, a ship suddenly broke through the wind and waves and appeared in front of everyone. People didn't know how the ship came, but when they realized it, the ship had already appeared on the sea in front of them. At that time, Feng Jingxi had already begun to become unstable. It began to rain lightly. The sea breeze keeps blowing. F*K, where did you get the ship from? You don't want to go to Sky Island, do you? Go to Sky Island. Are you dying? It is estimated that they entered this sea area by mistake. There was a lot of discussion. The well-meaning local residents shouted loudly, trying to get the ship to leave the sea as soon as possible. Run, the sea current is coming. Yes, if you don't want to die, run away. People shouted. What are you saying? Hearing the shouts of the people on the island, Robin couldn't help but speak. I said, if you don't want to die, run away, the Tianhaliu is coming. An elder from Gaia Island said anxiously. Excuse me, we're just here to ride the sky island above the soaring current. Bai Ye heard the words and replied casually. What, ride the sky current to Sky Island? Is this guy crazy? Must be crazy. Wait, this boy looks familiar, with black hair and red pupils. You don't care if he looks familiar or not, this young man actually tried to take the sky current to Sky Island. I'm afraid he is looking for his own death. The precipice is looking for a dead end. Here is a good show to watch. The residents of Gaia Island were very worried about this, but the pirates gloated. Many of them have the idea of going to Sky Island, but they don't have the guts. Now some people try to go to Sky Island in this way first, whether it is safe or not. If it is safe, they will also go to Sky Island in this way next year. According to legend, Sky Island is full of treasures. As pirates, they certainly don't want to miss these treasures. Rumble. The sea will change when it says it will change. Strong winds, thunder and lightning, and heavy rain hit. Almost no time for people to react, all of a sudden. Bang. There was a loud noise, and the sea surface suddenly raised high. Immediately afterwards, boom. The incomparably huge soaring ocean current rushed into the sky. 4.6 is for the black ship, which was right in the middle of the surging current. It was naturally washed up into the sky by the surging current. Whoa, whoa, someone really wants to use this method to go to Sky Island. It's so desperate. It's a pity that the boy and girl are so young, why bother to seek their own death? Wait, I remembered who that boy was, and the girl. Who are they? The disaster of the world and the son of the devil. What? People were shocked. Because this group of pirates came to Gaia Island yesterday, they have not received any news from the outside world. But soon, Newsbird brought them even more shocking news. When they saw the news that the noble celestial dragons of the world had been killed and the new Marine Admiral Akainu had died tragically, all of this was caused by the young man they had just seen. They were even more shocked and speechless. 0.059. After all, the forces of all parties are still in vain. Advertise here. That's nothing. The various forces that arrived immediately. There are thousands of ships, including pirate ships and warships, large and small, covering almost the entire sea. It shocked them even more. So many forces, so many ships, appeared at the same time. What are you doing? Just to catch that kid named Bai Ye. At this moment, people remembered the amount of Bai Ye's reward, which was 1,080,000,000. So many forces are dispatched for him alone. 1,080,000,000, is it less? Definitely less. It's really timely, but unfortunately, I have to go to Sky Island. At this moment, Bai Ye, who had already been carried up to an altitude of 3,000 meters by the soaring ocean current, looked down and greeted the mighty ships that just arrived on the scene. Is it still a step late? Damn it. Damn it. Unexpectedly, I missed it. Boss, are we going to catch up with the soaring ocean current? 21 inches, it's too late. Oh well. Lord Figaland, what should we do now? No way. Go back and report to Lord I Am. The forces of all parties looked at the soaring ocean current, although they were extremely unwilling, but there was nothing they could do. At this time, rushing into the sky current, not only can't follow the current to the sky, but will only end up in one end. That is total annihilation. Therefore, even the Knights of God who most wanted to erase Bai Ye from this world could only choose to retreat temporarily. Report this time to the adult. Unexpectedly, it actually succeeded. Robin looked down at the smaller and smaller crowd, his delicate body trembling slightly. What, are you scared? Bai Ye said softly. After a long silence, Robin finally nodded. Although she died as the devil's son, even though her bounty has exceeded 100 million. But at this moment, she is only 13 years old, just a cardamom age. Flying on the soaring sea current that is either life or death, if you say you are not afraid, it is all a lie. There is nothing to be afraid of. With me here, I will never let you out. Bai Ye promised. Then, he hugged Robin into his arms to comfort the frightened little rabbit. Bai Ye, brother. Robin was so moved that he buried his little head tightly in Bai Ye's broad and warm chest. Sky Island. Kingdom of God. The Kingdom of God is mainly composed of Angel Island and Apayado. The Island of Gods, Apayado, is an island where gods live, and it is called a sanctuary. In fact, it is a part of Gaia Island that was washed up on Sky Island by the soaring current 400 years ago. At this moment, in the Palace of Sanctuary, the current god Gon Foer is observing everything below through the heart network he is good at. The 4 priests around him also noticed a pitch-black ship through the heart network, and was washed up with the rushing current. It's unbelievable. After so many years, there are still humans trying to board Sky Island in this way. Gon Fall said with emotion. Yes, my lord, at least 7 or 8 years. A black priest in a purple coat with dreadlocks, like all Sky Islanders, with wings on his back, opened the mouth. It's too coincidental. No one from Shanghai has come to our Sky Island for so many years, but when a new god is about to be born. Another big priest who looked like a ball spoke. Don't say that, the Qingdao people may be just a coincidence. Besides, they may not be able to survive to the end. Gonfall said. That's right, it's not that there are no Qinghai people trying to reach Sky Island through the soaring ocean currents these years, but what happened in the end? Didn't they all die without a place to die? A priest with a mustache who looked like a mouse spoke sinisterly. I hope these two jade bird people can reach Sky Island smoothly, and they can just relieve us from fatigue. Finally, the bald priest who thought he was holding a long knife opened his mouth and said. These 4 priests are the 4 priests responsible for the trial of the swamp, trial of the ball, trial of the rope, and trial of iron. People from Qinghai have come to Sky Island, and it is not unprecedented in the past. Especially in the era when Roger was still there, countless fearless pirates would come to Sky Island every year with the rushing currents. But after that, with Roger's death, and coming to Sky Island with the soaring ocean current, the risk was too great. After that, the number of Qinghai talents who came to Sky Island became less and less. After so many years, there are young people coming to Sky Island, which inevitably makes the current god Gonfoer a little worried. It's just because the blue bird people came too timely, just at the time when the new god was about to be born. Gonfoer didn't want to see that the birth of the new god would have an accident because of the arrival of the blue bird people. It seems that we need to take some precautions. Gonfall thought silently. At the same time, Bai Ye and Robin, following the soaring ocean current, have reached an altitude of 7,000 meters. It can be clearly felt that the air is starting to become a little thinner. Bai Ye was worried that Robin would have difficulty breathing. But soon, he found that his worries were unnecessary. Not only did Robin not have difficulty breathing, but he was deeply attracted by the scene in front of him. Brother Bai Ye, look, there is Hai Ye at an altitude of 7,000 meters. Robin was amazed by the sea floating at an altitude of 7,000 meters. Well, this is called the White Sea. The sea water is brought up by the ocean current. 167 Because the density of the white clouds here is high enough to store sea water, this piece of white sea was formed. 3,000 meters above the Baihai Sea, there is another sea called Baihai. Quote. Bai Ye explained patiently. Brother Bai Ye knows so much. Robin looked at Bai Ye with great admiration. Unexpectedly, Bai Ye knows all the knowledge that even a sane archaeologist like her knows. There are many strange-shaped creatures living in the White Sea, and there are all kinds of strange-shaped empty fish. Some are empty fish, like octopus. There is also a huge orange shrimp called express shrimp, which can be carried on a boat and rushed all the way from the gate of heaven to Sky Island. Of course, various shellfish are also indispensable. Both Bai Ye and Robin were attracted by the scene in front of them, and were amazed at these strange creatures. With the soaring current, continue to go up. I came to the Baihai above the Baihai. There are also various creatures living in Baihai. There is an evolution version of the express shrimp, the red one goes down towards the express, and the cute cloud fox that looks like a little snow-white fox. The beach of Baihai, also known as Angel Beach, also has various flowers and a kind of coconut whose skin is as hard as steel. The highest altitude that the soaring ocean current can reach is here. 0.060. Arrival at Sky Island, the hospitality of Schengen Fur. Advertise here. Before the rushing current disappeared, Bai Ye used the Reiatsu drive again, allowing the boat to rush up to Angel Beach. Angel Beach. Angel's Gate. The angel old woman on duty is dozing off. Suddenly, he was awakened by a huge movement. What's the matter? What happened? The angel old lady was taken aback. The rushing ocean current did not wake her up, but the sound of the boat landing heavily on the beach woke her up. It's great that people from Shanghai are here. 1 billion ancient ace coins, I will not let him enter Sky Island without paying the money. Toothless angel murmured. Forget it this time. A majestic voice suddenly sounded. Lord Gonfall. Seeing that it was their god who came, the angel old lady was startled. What is Mr. Gonfall? You should call him Mr. God. The 4 priests behind Gonfall were very dissatisfied. Okay, Mr. Gonfall, but the blue bird people have to pay for coming to Sky Island. It is a rule that was set a long time ago. Why is there no charge this time? The angel old lady was very puzzled. Because they are our distinguished guests. Gonfall explained casually. Just at this moment, Bai Ye, who had already disembarked from the boat, brought Robin to the gate of the angel. Welcome, welcome, 2 blue bird people, hello, I am the current ruling god of Sky Island, Gonfall. As soon as Bai Ye brought Robin to the gate of the angel, Gonfor led the 4 priests to greet him, and introduced himself very politely. After introducing himself, Gonfor introduced the 4 priests beside him. As for them, they are my 4 priests, Gaidaz, Shadley, Shira and Ohm. Seeing Gonfall being so polite, Robin had a good impression of him. Hi, my lord, I'm Robin. On the contrary, it was Bai Ye, still lukewarm. Hello, my name is Bai Ye. After introducing each other, Gonfuer was very enthusiastic and personally invited Bai Ye and Robin to enter Sky Island. Is there no charge? Bai Ye glanced at the angel's gate and said. As a time traveler, Bai Ye certainly knew that the Angel Gate was not a decoration, but a special establishment to charge Qinghai people, that is, people like them who came from the lower world. Mr. Bai Ye and Ms. Robin are my distinguished guests, of course there is no charge. Gon Fall said of course. He checked Bai Ye's strength again with Xinhuang, and as expected, this blue bird man dared to risk his life to come to Sky Island by riding the soaring ocean current, and his strength was indeed extremely powerful. This time he was even more determined to curry favor with Bai Ye and Robin. If it is a blue bird person with average strength, it will be fine. In short, the birth of a new god is imminent, and Gon Fall doesn't want any accidents to happen. Unexpectedly, the people of Sky Island are so hospitable. Bai Ye seemed to say something casually. Maybe. After all, Gon Fall is in power now, not Enel. But the current Enel should be just a young man who is older than Bai Ye and can't be crushed. Following Gon Fuer and the 4 priests into Sky Island, along the way, Bai Ye and Robin were warmly welcomed by the people of Sky Island. Sky Island has blue sky and white clouds, singing birds and fragrant flowers everywhere, as well as kind angels and various cute creatures that cannot be seen in the world below, such as cloud foxes and cloud birds. In short, Sky Island is just like the paradise people imagine, dreamlike. At least the current Sky Island is indeed in line with the paradise people imagine. Even Robin, a girl whose heart has been hurt since she was a child, couldn't help but have a deep yearning for Sky Island. After Gon Fuer brought Bai Ye and Robin back to the palace, although there was no big banquet, he still prepared delicious food and wine for them and warmly entertained them. Also let the angels, with sound shells and conch, accompany. While enjoying the delicious food, while listening to Chanel, this treatment is really good enough. After dinner, Gon Fuer also let his servants prepare 2 high-class guest rooms for Zhongye and Robin. So good. Under the leadership of the angel maid, Bai Ye and Robin walked towards their room. On the way, Robin couldn't help expressing emotion. It was without a doubt the most relaxing and enjoyable day she had had since surviving the Ohara incident. Brother Bai Ye, let's go to the beach to pick up shells tomorrow. Unexpectedly, besides sound shells, Sky Island also has so many magical shells with different effects. I must pick up some more as a collection. Robin suggested. As an archaeologist, of course she loves to collect some strange things from all over the world. Especially now that the ships are big enough. Robin not only has her own exclusive room, but also a collection room that belongs to her, where she can collect various things. Okay. Of course, Bai Ye couldn't bear to refuse Robin's proposal. Although he felt that the residents of Sky Island, including Gon Fuer and the 4 priests, were weird. But it doesn't matter, he just came here to usurp Thunderfruit's ability. After obtaining the Thunderfruit ability, he will leave. The next day, it was just dawn. Robin came to find Bai Ye. Bai Ye got up early. According to the agreement with Robin yesterday, they will go to Angel Beach to collect shells today. But as soon as the 2 went out, the angel maid hurriedly caught up with them. 2 distinguished guests, where do you want to go? The angel maid asked. We're going to pick up some shells at Angel Beach. What's the matter? Is there anything wrong? Seeing the anxious look of the angel maid, Robin felt very strange and couldn't help asking. No. It's nothing, it's just that the Lord God told you that you can't. The angel maid was about to finish speaking, but was interrupted by 4 who suddenly appeared. Mr. Bai Ye and Ms. Nuo Hao Hao, are planning to go to Angel Beach to pick up shells. Of course, remember to come back early. Gon Fall said politely. Certainly. As Bai Ye said, he took Robin and headed to Angel Beach. Brother Bai, look quickly, I found another kind of shell. What kind of shell is this? Robin came to Bai Ye with the red shell he found, and asked. This is a shock shell. After simple processing, it can absorb shock and then release it freely. It can be used as an attack method. Bai Ye opened his mouth to explain. Shock shells look like ordinary shellfish, but in fact, as long as they dig a circle around them, they can be made into attack weapons. It can even be used as an attack method. The shells of Sky Island are amazing. Robin was filled with emotion. I know this kind of shellfish. You can buy it in the underground world of the capital of 7 waters. Dead lamp shells can be used for lighting. 061. Battle of the 4 priests. Advertise here. Robin soon found another shellfish that glowed freely. After that, the 2 found a lot of shellfish. There are water shells, image shells, taste shells, cloud shells, wind shells, flame shells, bubble shells, etc., and even chop shells. Of course, the most worthwhile one is the bubble shell, which can blow out bubbles and wrap people around. In short, the shells of Sky Island really have various magical uses. If this is auctioned in the underground world below, it will definitely sell for a lot of money and make a fortune. For lunch, Bai Ye and Robin didn't go back to the palace to eat, but caught a Sky Island's unique express shrimp, grilled it, and had a big meal. In the afternoon, Bai Ye took Robin to swim in Bai Hai. Robin, as a person with fruit ability, could not swim originally. But with bubble shell, it's different. Robin hasn't swum since he became an ability user. Hearing Bai Ye's proposal, he was naturally eager to try. After changing into a purple swimsuit, Robin came to Bai Ye. Bai Ye couldn't help but his eyes brightened. Although Robin is still young, the place that should be developed has already developed. Protruding forward and backward, the body curve is perfect. Especially the chest, which is quite large now. It is conceivable that giving it another year or two to develop will be very proud. It is not an exaggeration to say that it is a murder weapon in the world. Brother Bai Ye, don't keep staring at 483. Robin was actually a little shy. Ahem, I'm sorry. It's just that I never expected that you, Robin, would look so good in a swimsuit. While Bai Ye resolved the embarrassment, he took the opportunity to praise Robin. Hearing this, Robin felt embarrassed, but secretly delighted. Because Robin is in the bubble, it is still a little inconvenient to move. Therefore, Bai Ye must always carry death with him. It is inevitable for two people to swim together, and the skin-to-skin relationship is inevitable. On this day, both Bai Ye and Robin had a great time. Both of them seemed to have forgotten the cruelty of the pirate world. But when the two were playing, they didn't realize that someone was watching them with the ability of Xinhuang on the high ground in the distance. HMPH, what an ignorant Qinghai person. One of the four priests, a black man, Gaidas folded his hands on his chest and snorted coldly. How enthusiastic he was to entertain Bai Ye and Robin yesterday, how disdainful he is now. In the evening, return to the palace. Gone Fuer warmly entertained Bai Ye and Robin again. Things seemed to be going well. On the third day, Gone Fuer even asked the four priests to take Bai Ye and Robin to visit the four trial places. Bai Ye didn't refuse either. Brother Bai Ye, what is the trial ground? On the way, Robin couldn't help asking curiously. The so-called trial grounds, there are four in total, namely, the trial of the marsh, the trial of the ball, the trial of the rope, and the trial of iron. Bai Ye glanced at the corresponding priest, and then explained. Oh, unexpectedly, Mr. Bai Ye, as an outsider, knows so clearly about the four trials of our Sky Island. That's right, the four great trials were set up to select angel knights, and only angels who pass one of the four great trials are eligible to become angel knights. However, the survival rate of passing the four trials, the success rate is not the same. Like my marsh trial, the pass rate is only 50%. The black priest Gaidas said. I see. Robin nodded, indicating that he was educated. The four trial places will be visited soon. However, the four priests seem to have no intention of taking Bai Ye and Robin back. The trial ground has been visited, take us back to the palace. If it were someone else, they might be embarrassed to speak up, but Bai Ye doesn't care so much. I'm sorry, Lord God has already explained that you cannot leave the trial ground alive. The fat priest wearing a straw hat, Shadley said. The four priests finally revealed their true colors. Sure enough, did you deliberately bring us to the place of trial? In this regard, Bai Ye is not surprised at all. He was just wondering, since Gon Fall had decided to let the four priests get rid of CBCF, him and Robin in the trial ground, why did he entertain them so warmly before? When they came to Sky Island, wouldn't it be enough to let the four priests join hands and get rid of them? There must be something hidden in this. But Bai Ye was too lazy to think so much. He just wants to get rid of the four priests as soon as possible, and then find Enel to usurp his Thunderfruit ability and leave Sky Island. I just don't know if the current Enel has eaten the Thunderfruit. If not, find the Thunderfruit and take it away, the same goes for it. Let me go first, Bai Ye, how dare you accept my trial in the swamp? Gaidas said. How dare he, the trial of the swamp only has a 50% survival rate. The other three priests let out weird laughter. Obviously, they looked down on Bai Ye, a Qinghai native, from below. Brother Bai Ye, Robin got nervous when he heard this. Seeing this, the four priests became even more proud. Perhaps you two can go together. With two beards and a very obscene appearance, Shira even spoke provocatively. It's just that they never expected that Robin was not really nervous, she just wanted Bai Ye to allow her to deal with these four guys. Daring to be unfavorable to Bai Ye, Robin was the first to refuse. She has received Bai Ye's soul gift, so how can she pay attention to the mere four priests? No need, let me do it. But Bai Ye spoke. He didn't want to waste even one more second on the four priests. Yes. However, the physique of mere blue bird people is much worse than our Sky Island people, and it is absolutely impossible for them to pass the test of the swamp. Gaidas said proudly. You know, the survival rate of the marsh trial is only 50%. Yeah, Bai Ye didn't refute either. The venue where everyone was located happened to be the venue for the trial in the swamp. Gaidas stopped talking nonsense and launched an attack on Bai Ye. Using the familiar terrain and cooperating with the swamp, he was 100% sure that he could kill Bai Ye. But obviously, he overestimated his strength too much. When Gaidas used the blast shell to cooperate with the swamp to create a swamp cloud and cover Bai Ye also launched a counterattack. Dark Hound. Bai Ye didn't even look at Gaidas, turned sideways, and just punched Gaidas. Idiots, we Sky Island people are different from your lowly Qinghai people. We are proficient in the mind network and can penetrate your attacks. I have seen through your attacks a long time ago. Seeing this, Gaidas said proudly. Just the next second, his face changed drastically. Bai Ye threw a punch casually, And suddenly, billowing magma spewed out. .062, instantly kill the 4 priests. New god Enel. The magma turned into a dog's head, and it bit Gatas with lightning speed. Bang! With just one blow, the mighty Gatas died immediately without a place to bury him. Half of his body was bitten off by the dark hound, and then he was burned by the flames, instantly turning into ashes. Gatas. How is it possible? No, it's impossible. The remaining 3 priests of the 4 priests were frightened and stupid. This Qinghai native is actually so ridiculously strong. Asterisk 50% survival rate, that's it. Bai Ye sneered. The 3 priests suddenly turned pale. Congratulations on passing the first trial, but the next second trial is not that easy. The pass rate, oh no, the survival rate is only 10%. Although he was taken aback by Gatas's tragic death, but calmed down, the fat priest Shadley still spoke. The 50% survival rate and the 10% survival rate are quite different. He felt that as long as he got to his own trial site, he still had a chance to take down Bai Ye. Come with me, sadly said to Bai Ye. However, his voice just fell. Boom. Bai Ye blasted towards Shadley with a great eruption. The huge lava fist made of billowing magma instantly reduced Shadley to ashes. You actually attacked me, despicable Qinghai people. The remaining 2 priests were taken aback. What sneak attack? I'm just too lazy to waste time. As Bai Ye said, he launched an attack on the remaining 2 priests. He is a lava fruit capable user, attack him with water shells that restrain him. The bald priest suggested. Unfortunately, this time, what Bai Ye displayed was no longer the ability of lava fruit. 2. Double holy loss. Bai Ye released 2 sacred arrows from his fingertips, shooting at the 2 priests. Flutter. Flutter. The 2 priests were pierced through their chests at the same time. Immediately after, bang, the 2 priests exploded together, turning into brilliant fireworks. In the eyes of Sky Island residents, the 4 powerful priests were all eliminated by Bai Ye in such an instant. Let's go, Bai Ye said to Robin. Robin followed Bai Ye without any hesitation. The 2 headed towards the Island of Gods. Island of the Gods, Apayado. At this moment, a ceremony is being held in the palace. That is, the new god conferring ceremony. The young Enel walked up to the high platform step by step. The reason why he was chosen as the new god was because he acquired the ability of Thunder Fruit not long ago. Seeing that the ordination ceremony has reached the final stage, Enel is about to become the new god. However, at this moment, Bai Ye brought Robin and arrived suddenly. Seeing that Enel was conferred as the new god, Bai Ye was a little surprised. Didn't Enel first destroy his hometown Burka by launching a rebellion, and then, with his strong strength, defeat Gonfor and become the new god of the kingdom of gods? What is the scene in front of you? Could it be because of my arrival that there was a butterfly effect? The only reason Bai Ye could think of was this. But it doesn't matter. Bai Ye looked at the 4 big drums engraved with 3 hook jade on Enel's back, and knew that this guy had already eaten Thunder Fruit and gained the ability of Thunder Fruit. Mr. Bai Ye, Ms. Robin, why did you appear here? Seeing Bai Ye and Robin, Gonfor froze for a moment. He obviously asked the 4 priests to hold Bai Ye and Robin back. Gonfor, you are just a hypocritical god. Just because you don't want outsiders to disturb the new god's ceremony, so let the 4 priests solve us in the place of trial. Bai Ye snorted coldly. What? Mr. Bai Ye, what are you talking about? Gonfor was very surprised when he heard this. He did explain that he asked the 4 priests to hold Bai Ye and Robin in the place of trial today to prevent them from messing up the new god's ceremony, but he didn't let the 4 priests solve them. Stop being hypocritical, the 4 priests all said, it's the order of the Lord God. Robin snorted coldly, she couldn't hear wrong. I admit that I was really worried about you messing up the new god's ceremony, so I told the 4 priests to hold you back in the place of trial, but I can swear that I never let them finish you off. Gonfor panicked. From his expression, Bai Ye could tell at a glance that he probably wasn't lying. Understood, so to speak, the so-called Lord God mentioned by the 4 priests is not referring to you, but. After Bai Ye finished speaking, he looked at Enel. Asking for flowers. Point 0. Ah, Gonfor hadn't reacted yet. Enel showed an innocent expression. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I came to Sky Island this time only for Thunderfruit's ability. Bai Ye said, approaching Enel step by step under the watchful eyes of everyone. People from Qinghai, what are you going to do to our new god? That's right, people from Qinghai, don't mess around. Dare to act recklessly against God, I will be the first to let you go. The residents of Sky Island below couldn't help shouting when they saw Bai Ye approaching Enel step by step. Apparently, they were deceived by Enel's appearance. Master God, hee, let me tell you the truth, Sky Island Burka was destroyed by Enel. If you make him a new god, you will soon live in hell. Point 0. As a time traveler, Bai Ye naturally knew what would happen if Enel became the god of Sky Island. Unfortunately, the residents of Sky Island don't believe it at all. What are you talking about? Burka is fine, where was it destroyed? Dare to slander our new god Enel. My lord priest is right, the Qinghai people came to Sky Island at this time, and they really came here with a plan. It must be to divide our Sky Island people, and then they will march into our Sky Island. Residents of Sky Island were elated. Mr. Bai Ye, Ms. Robin, these few days, I have treated you well, and I hope you will not mess around. Finally, even Gon Fall could not help speaking. Enel, on the other hand, forgot to take a look at Bai Ye, showing disdain. Whatever you think. Anyway, I came here because of Thunderfruit's ability. As Bai Ye said, he was about to activate the ability to usurp the altar, and the ability to seize Enel Thunderfruit. But at this moment, bang, a loud noise came from the direction of the trial ground. No, Burka was attacked and destroyed. Yes, from Qinghai. Immediately afterwards, 2 seriously injured angel knights flew over in a panic. After saying the last words, he fell down and died suddenly on the spot. Wow, there was an uproar at the scene. The hateful Qinghai people, who destroyed Burka, even tried to blame our new scarf. .063, Bai Ye vs. Enel. Advertise here. Everyone, what else is there to say? Take down these 2 Qinghai people. The residents of Sky Island were so excited that they wanted to attack Bai Ye and Robin. Fortunately, Gon Foer, who still had a sliver of reason, stopped him. Everyone, calm down, don't mess around until things are clear. Robin was stunned by the sudden change. But Bai Ye understood immediately. Okay, Enel, in order to become a new god, can you even destroy your own hometown? Bai Ye said to Enel. What are you talking about? The Angel Knights have confirmed that the one who destroyed Burka was the Qinghai people. Moreover, the location of Burka is near the place of trial. I have every reason to suspect that it was you who destroyed Burka and then came here. Enel spoke righteously. This time, the residents of Sky Island became even more excited. Enel has a point. 783. The ones who destroyed Burka must be them, damned Qinghai people. Residents of Sky Island yelled. Hey, even if it is true that I destroyed Burka, so what, will anyone believe it? Enel whispered proudly to Bai Ye. He originally thought that this would excite Bai Ye. However, Bai Ye was not irritated at all. Believe it or not, it doesn't matter. I told you, I came to Sky Island for only one purpose, and that is the ability to obtain Thunder Fruit. After Bai Ye finished speaking, he spread his palms, and suddenly, the cross metal in his palm burst into dazzling pure white light. Don't even think about hurting the new god Enel Sama. The stupid residents of Sky Island, desperate to protect their new god, rushed towards Bai Ye. Don't hinder brother Bai Ye. Robin stood up. Although she is still confused, she still chooses to believe in Bai Ye. For those who want to do something to Bai Ye, she will not show mercy. Dazzling 100 blossoms. As Robin's voice sounded, countless pink petals fell from the sky. What a nice view. Everyone felt that this scene should not be too beautiful. But then, click, click, the petals suddenly stretched out countless arms, and in an instant, they twisted the necks of countless Sky Island residents rushing towards Bai Ye. The beautiful scene suddenly turned into a terrifying scene. Wow. The children at the scene were immediately frightened and cried loudly. Damn Qinghai people, kill you. This time, the residents of Sky Island became even more furious. Desperate, rushed to Bai Ye and Robin. Bai Ye launched sterilization on Enel. Of course, Enel is not a vegetarian either. Seeing that the situation was not good, he quickly used the ability of Thunder Fruit, elementalized, turned into a thunderbolt, and flashed to the distance in an instant. At the same time, the residents of Sky Island rushed forward, trying to stop Bai Ye. Stupid guy who was deceived and didn't know it. As Bai Ye said, he waved his hand. A blinding small shot of Divine Destroyer mercilessly killed a dozen Sky Island residents. Mr. Bai Ye, you. Seeing this scene, Gon Four couldn't help but speak out. However, Bai Ye ignored him. Back off, let me deal with this Qinghai native. This Qinghai man is very strong, you are no match for him. At this moment, Enel played the good guy. Residents of Sky Island were even more moved when they heard the news. God Lord Enel, some people even regarded him as their god. Although the conferring ceremony was not completed yet. Electric light. Enel shot out a bolt of lightning from his body, blasting towards Bai Ye. That's it. Bai Ye was very disdainful, and directly punched towards the electric light. The surrounding temperature began to soar. Bai Ye's fist turned into a magma. Boom. The magma and the electric light collided, and a violent explosion broke out immediately. The lightning disappeared, and magma splashed everywhere. The hot magma fell to the ground and burned directly through the earth. Many innocent residents of Sky Island were accidentally splashed by magma and burned through their bodies. Screaming again and again, howling endlessly. The scene immediately became a hell on earth. However, this is only the beginning. Bai Ye's magma fist continued to blast towards Enel. Although Enel possesses the abilities of the strongest Logia Devil Fruit and Thunder Fruit, he is still too young after all. Compared with Akainu, he is more than 10.5 knots behind. Boom. Enel didn't react, and was blown away by Bai Ye's punch, and a big hole was burned through his chest by the magma. Fortunately, he is a Logia Fruit capable person. After his chest was burnt through, soon there was thunder, and thunder after thunder repaired his chest in an instant. Damn it, people from Qinghai, don't be so self-righteous. Infuriated, Enel desperately unleashes a powerful attack. 30 million volts Thunderbird. 30 million volts Thunder Beast. 60 million volts Brontosaurus. Ha 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 ha. Dare to challenge me, this god, go to hell. Under Enel's crazy attack, his true nature was also exposed. Boom, boom. As the thunder continued to fall, the residents of Sky Island below also suffered. In just an instant, hundreds of people died under Enel's thunder. More than double the number of people who died at the hands of Bai Ye and Robin. However, the residents of Sky Island still believe that their new god didn't do it on purpose, it was accidental injury. Protector Enel, kill the people of Qinghai. The captain of the Angel Knight shouted. Yes, the Angel Knights guarding the palace were dispatched one after another. Don't even think about getting in the way of brother Bai Ye. Holy text be visionary. Of course, Angel Knight was stopped by Robin. With just one move, the Angel Knights suffered a disastrous defeat. Dead dead, wounded wounded. In a team of dozens of people, there were only a dozen people left in an instant. Under the thunder bombing, Bai Ye didn't confront Enel head-on either. Instead, he chose to avoid the important and focus on the light, using Yohbach's flying legs to concentrate the spirit particles in the atmosphere under his feet, and control the spirit particles under his feet to transport his body to other places in an instant. Thus easily dodging 5.1, the countless thunderbolts that fell from the sky. Enel is indeed not strong enough, but anyway, Thunder Fruit is worthy of being the strongest Logia Devil Fruit. The power of thunder, even Bai Ye, will be at a disadvantage when confronted head-on. Magma, hey, magma is a fart in front of thunder. Mortal, accept God's punishment. God's punishment. Seeing his previous attacks, Enel was dodged by Bai Ye with a strange pace, of course he couldn't bear it. So, he formed his wrist into a thunderbolt, and then condensed all the thunderbolts into a huge thunderbolt, blasting down towards Bai Ye. Bang! Boom! Thunder broke out. People were horrified to see an incomparably huge thunder column crashing down from 1,000 meters above the sky. Run! .064. Kill God with one punch. Gon Fol screamed out in fright, and flew forward to cover the retreat of his people. If this thunder strikes down, it may cause countless casualties. Of course Gon Fol didn't want to see this happen. Interesting. Bai Ye saw the power of Enel, oh no, it should be said that it was the power of Thunder Fruit, and became even more interested. People from Qinghai, don't you just dare to hide. You have fought me upright. Enel also shouted, okay, I'll fight you head on. Hearing this, Bai Ye no longer dodged, but stood firm. Facing the huge thunder pillar, he was not timid at all. Brother Bai Ye. Seeing this, Robin couldn't help but feel worried for Bai Ye. The power of the thunder, even if she is given Bai Ye's soul now, she will still feel the trembling deep in her soul. It can be seen how terrifying the power of thunder is. Bai Ye actually wanted to face such a huge lightning pillar that had just fallen, so nothing would happen, right? Bang! Just when Robin was thinking, the Lord had already crashed down. Immediately, the earth collapsed and the gravel flew up, but was crushed by lightning immediately after. Under the shadow of Thunder Pillar 21, everything is difficult to survive. Everything around was shattered under the thunder. It's too strong. As expected of God, Master Enel. Damn Qinghai people, go to hell. While people were terrified, there was a hint of excitement and madness on their faces. Although this blow took away the innocent lives of countless compatriots. But, as long as you can eliminate the hateful Qinghai people, it's worth it. However, things did not go in the direction they expected. Boom, boom. Amidst the thunder, people were shocked to find that the Qinghai native from below was safe and sound. Shell static blood outfit. Bai Ye endured the voltage of nearly 100 million volts from the thunder column, and turned on the static blood device on the outer shell. Immediately, countless spiritual particles gathered around his body, forming a transparent barrier. The barrier formed by the condensed countless spirit particles is so terrifyingly strong that it is even a few blocks away from the fruit of the barrier. Despite the bombardment by the thunder pillar, the barrier remained motionless, and Bai Ye inside was safe and sound. Is this what you call God's punishment? It's ridiculous. Bai Ye smiled coldly, and immediately after, the badge on his chest shone brightly. Bai Ye displayed the ability of lava fruit. The dog gnaws the red lotus. Bai Ye's arms turned into magma, watching Enel blast away. The magma spewed out, piercing directly through the thunder pillar, and bombarding Enel with lightning speed. Boom! Enel was directly knocked into the air. The chest was pierced by magma, billowing blue smoke. But this time, the wound didn't heal, and Enel couldn't even use elementalization to avoid the damage. Yes, Bai Ye played hockey. After absorbing Akainu's soul, Bai Ye has not only greatly improved his strength, but also comprehended Conqueror's Haki from Akainu's memory. Turn on Haki. It is not an easy thing to hang Enel, the Logia demon fruit power. No, Enel was punched by Bai Ye and flew several thousand meters away. His chest has been pierced. If it is common sense, he is already dead and cannot die anymore. Enel. God Enel Sama. People from Qinghai killed our new god. The residents of Sky Island were also shocked when they saw this scene. Their new god, Enel, who is so powerful, lost to a young man from Qinghai. What is the origin of this young man from Shanghai, and why is his strength so terrifying? For a moment, panic flashed through people's minds. Finally, he didn't dare to rush up mindlessly. The captain of the Angel Knights was even the first to retreat. The rest also retreated one after another. However, at this moment, something unexpected happened again. After being knocked into the air, Enel slammed into a huge divine clock. The giant clock was smashed and Enel was buried. But then, boom, a thunderbolt strikes down. Enel, who had already died, came back to life after being struck by lightning. As in the original book, Enel keeps the Japanese army to himself. As soon as he was killed, the electrotherapy would automatically start, and then stimulate his stopped heartbeat to bring him back to life. Enel is not dead. It's not dead, as expected of our new god. God Enel Sama. The residents of Sky Island immediately gathered points, and the captain of the Angel Knights couldn't help but stop. You despicable Qinghai people, I admit that I underestimated you. Enel held the blood hole in his chest, gritted his teeth and said. However, everything is over, the next blow is your death. 200 million volts Thor. Enel growled hysterically. Immediately afterwards, he turned into a respectful god. With a big finger, endless thunder struck Bai Ye. Thunder rolls like the end of the world. Master Enel. God Enel Sama. The residents of Sky Island below were very moved. Both Enel and Sky Island residents believe that Bai Ye will never escape this blow. He is dead, Interesting. Bai Ye saw this, not only did not panic at all, but became interested. Just right, I also want to try a new move that I have learned. After Bai Ye finished speaking, he even dropped the static blood suit on his body. Turned to 193 and used the attacking invincible moving blood outfit. Is he going to fight Enel hard? Of course not, he just has absolute certainty that he can kill Enel in one blow. Blood dress katakana middle dot magma burst. Bai Ye shouted angrily, and then punched out. The world suddenly became black and white. Time seems to be exquisite. The wind ceased, the noise ceased, even the thunder that had not ascended. The only thing that was still moving was Bai Ye's fist. Bai Ye's arm turned into magma, gathered countless spirits, and then blasted out with one punch. Bang! With just one punch, the sky is full of endless thunder, and all of them are destroyed. The magma fist bombarded Enel with an unstoppable and invincible momentum. A scene of horror appeared. Enel, the incarnation of Thor, was directly killed by Zhou Chen. What was pierced together with him was also the thundercloud in the sky. A big hole was pierced through the sky by a punch. Everyone was stunned watching this scene. This is with the power of mortals, is it a god? Their master Enel is a god. Robin was also stunned. She knew that Bai Ye was very powerful, and it was enough to see that Bai Ye was able to kill Marine Admiral back then. But she never expected that it would be so powerful. Kill God with one punch. Who else in the world can do it except Bai Ye? 0.065. Kill Enel, get the ability of Thunder Fruit. Advertise here. Enel was punched through his entire chest, and his whole body fell like a kite with a broken string. He had his last breath left. He is not reconciled, he really can't figure out why this young man from Shanghai is so powerful. Even Thor's move couldn't help him. Originally, although he obtained the Thunder Fruit, he had the strength, but before he was conferred as the new god, he still had to pass the spiritual test of the current god, Gonfoer. Only by passing the spiritual test can he become a qualified god. But he knew exactly what he was. He knew that he would definitely not be able to successfully pass the test of Gonfal's mind, so he planned to unite the four priests to launch Pa Rebellion, relying on the powerful strength of Thunder Fruit to defeat Gonfal and become the new god. Just at this time, two lovers came to Sky Island. So he changed his mind. Secretly let people destroy their hometown Burka, and put the blame on Bai Ye and Robin. Burka is his hometown, and he will destroy his own hometown with his own hands. If he tells it, others will not believe it. People will definitely believe him, thinking that those two Qinghai people did it. In this way, he can become a new god without passing the test. His plan was obviously flawless, but the only thing that surprised him was that the strength of this damned Qinghai native was beyond his imagination. He is so powerful. In other words, if it were not for the arrival of Bai Ye and Robin, everything would have developed according to the original plot. It can only be said that the arrival of Bai Ye's Robin has rewritten the history of Sky Island. With deep unwillingness, Enel fell heavily to the ground. Cough. A mouthful of blood spat out. In doing so, the residents of Sky Island realized that Enel was still alive. Enel, it seems that you, the so-called god, are nothing more than that. Bai Ye sneered, and walked towards Enel, ready to harvest the fruits of his victory. Seeing this, the residents of Sky Island naturally couldn't let Bai Ye kill their god. Stop. Don't go near the god Enel Sama. People from Shanghai, what do you want to do? You don't need to plot against our new god. Master Enel, we will protect you. The residents of Sky Island, for the sake of their gods, once again mustered up their courage and stood up. That's right, Bai Ye, there is an old man here, and you are never allowed to move Enel's finger again. Why? The old god Gonfor also stood up. Really? They are really a group of stupid guys who are being played around without knowing it. I will give you one last chance. Escape as soon as possible. Escape from here, escape from Sky Island, and escape to the most marginal trial ground. Those who are obsessed with obsession will all be buried with Enel. Sounded. He forgot to glance at Robin, and Robin immediately understood. If you don't want to die, just follow me. I will cover you and leave here as soon as possible. Robin used his illusionist ability, flew up out of thin air, and shouted to everyone. However, there are only a few people who talk to Robin. They were really scared, facing Bai Ye who could kill God with one punch. They just wanted to escape here as soon as possible. However, most people still choose to protect their God. This group of stupid fellows have no idea what kind of cruel fellow the God they want to protect wholeheartedly is. If Enel is really made into a god, what kind of miserable life they will have. It's a pity that they are stupid. How would they know? Bai Ye is very clear, and this group of ignorant guys, no matter how many explanations they have, they cannot believe it. Yes, who would believe the future that an outsider said? So Bai Ye is going to connect with this group of guys who are in the way and solve it together. He had already given the last chance. Since he didn't run away and decided to stay and get in the way, he couldn't be blamed. Bai Ye's right hand was raised high. After watching Robin unleash his visionary ability and fly away with a group of Sky Islanders, he decisively unleashes one of Yohbach's most powerful moves. Large Sacred Destroyer plus multiple Sacred Destroyers. Rumble. The entire Sky Island shook violently. Immediately afterwards, endless sacred destruction appeared in the air. Densely packed, covering the entire sky. Let Lousy die. Bai Ye said gloomily. Yin Min went down. Swish swish swish. The holiness disappeared and fell one after another. Enel bears the brunt of it, pierced by a large holy loss. Now, he is really dead and can't die anymore. Enel. Gonfall yelled. It's just that he just screamed, and he was also pierced by the sacred loss. He looked up, and the sky was full of sacredness, falling like raindrops. This scene is like the end of the world. Despair. Deep despair. At this moment, those Sky Island residents who stayed behind regretted it. It's just too late to regret it now. Swish swish swish. Swish swish swish. The holy loss keeps falling. While piercing the bodies of Sky Island residents, it also runs through the entire Sky Island. Under thousands of rays of light, Sky Island was pierced, and then burst and shattered. In just the blink of an eye, Sky Island has been destroyed. Only a few footholds remain. The guy who got in the way, finally dealt with it. Quote. After Bai Ye finished speaking, he rushed towards Enel's body. Enel is completely dead now, and he must seize his fruit ability as soon as possible before his soul dissipates. Coming to Enel's corpse, Bai Ye didn't hesitate anymore, took off the cross medal on his chest, and used star badge to Enel. As the cross medal burst out with dazzling light, Enel's thunder fruit ability was sealed in the cross medal in just an instant. In this way, Bai Ye gained the ability of thunder fruit again. In addition to the door fruit ability and lava fruit ability, Bai Ye has 3 kinds of devil fruit abilities at the same time. Dark fruit, Zhao Lizao, has not yet been born. In this world, only Bai Ye can possess the ability of multiple devil fruits at the same time. Exercising the door fruit ability, Bai Ye rushed to the place of trial and had a round with Luo Bao. Sky Island was almost completely destroyed, but Bai Ye still left the most marginal trial ground. There used to be hundreds of thousands of Sky Island residents, but now only a few thousand people remain. Survivors, not even 1%. Bai Ye looked at the terrified Sky Island residents who saw him coming, but didn't say anything. Bai Ye doesn't care what they think of him. Robin, the down current is coming, let's go. Bai Ye said to Robin. Robin nodded. Then, the two ignored the Sky Island residents and left hand in hand. Watching the two devils leave, the people of Sky Island heaved a sigh of relief. Just at this moment, a newspaper flew over along with the air current. .066. Sky Island explodes, shocking everyone. Advertise here. It may be the news bird. During the flight, it encountered a newspaper that was blown away by the airflow. With the airflow, the newspaper was blown to the trial place at the edge of Sky Island. This is not uncommon in normal times. However, the people from Sky Island took the newspaper, and after seeing the news on it, all of them were shocked. The world's calamity. The devil's son. The reward amount. 2.21.8 million. Only after reading the news in the newspaper did Sky Island know how terrifying these two Qinghai people from below were. Not only did they kill the celestial dragons, they killed the new Marine Admiral. Sky Island is just isolated from the world, but it doesn't mean that they know nothing about the world below. They still know the situation of the world below through the news birds who bring Sky Island newspapers from time to time. The celestial dragons of the world's nobles, as well as the terrifying existence of Marine Admiral level combat power, they still know. But these two Qinghai people not only killed the celestial dragons of the world nobles, but also killed the Marine Admiral. At this moment, they finally knew that the reason why they were facing annihilation was because they had provoked someone they shouldn't have provoked. The other side. Before rushing to the beach of Revolving Heaven, Rie and Luo went to the place where the trial of rope was located. 560 The reason why Bai Ye destroyed the entire Sky Island, leaving only the trial ground, was because he knew that there was still a stone tablet recording the true history of 100 years blank. That is, the text of history. The reason why Bai Ye brought Robin to Sky Island this time. It is precisely because I promised Robin that I will take her to collect all the historical texts, including the historical texts of intelligence signposts and historical texts of intelligence. When she came to the place where the rope trial was, relying on Robin's years of archaeological experience, she quickly found the historical text stele. This is a text of intelligence history, which records a shocking secret. Of course, that is for others. For Bai Ye, a traveler who knows all the plots, he naturally knows that the stele records the location of the ancient musical instrument Poseidon that can destroy 10 countries. That's Mermaid Island. After Robin finished enlarging the stele with the expansion paper, the two left Sky Island and flew to Angel Beach together. Below Sky Island, Gaia Island, Magic Valley Town, and nearby waters. Early on, countless pirate groups appeared on the sea. Today is the day of the down current, CBCI. Contrary to the soaring current, the descending current is the current that falls from Bai and Bai back to the sea. People who take the soaring current to reach Sky Island must take the descending current if they want to return to the ground. Unless, you are the Golden Lion pirates. Because the falling current is not as fierce as the soaring current, in addition, the falling current will bring damage to ships, as well as various shellfish unique to Sky Island, and even treasures. Therefore, countless pirates gathered in the nearby sea early in the morning. Among them is the Ape Mountain United Army, which is famous for salvaging shipwrecks. The Ape Mountain Alliance includes the Masra Pirates and the Star Pirates. As a professional salvage team, they are still very strong. It can be seen that there is a lot of money for salvage in the waters near Gaia Island. After all, countless ships have been washed up on Sky Island by the currents throughout the ages. Except for a small number of survivors, most of them were shipwrecked. And the wreckage of the ship will not fall with the soaring ocean current at the first time, but will fall with the falling ocean current in the next few years, or even hundreds of years. Among them, there are countless pictures of the ships of the big pirate group who took the Zongtian current to go to Sky Island to rob. Treasures and all kinds of valuable things are naturally indispensable on their pirate ships. Also in the past few years, there are fewer pirates who dare to go to Sky Island through the soaring sea current. If it was in the past, it will only be more lively at this time. But even so, there are still many innocent ships washed up on Sky Island by the soaring current every year. As the time for falling currents approaches, the pirates on the pirate ship and the residents of Gaia Island are all full of anticipation. However, at this moment, just heard a loud bang. The fire illuminated the entire sea area. What happened? What happened? Is it the movement caused by the downward current? No, the downward current in the past did not have such a large movement. Quick, look at it. When people looked up at the Sky Island at an altitude of 10,000 meters, everyone was stunned. They saw with their own eyes that at an altitude of 10,000 meters, the Sky Island, which looked like a skeleton, exploded. Yes, in front of all of them, under the witness of all of them, Sky Island exploded. How can this be? Sky Island exploded. Did someone destroy it? Or did something else happen? People don't understand why the good Sky Island exploded. But they knew very well what the destruction of Sky Island meant. This means that a violent storm sweeping the entire world is coming. Thump, thump, crash. Numerous Sky Island wreckages fell from a height of 10,000 meters. The treasure that people expected has indeed fallen from the sky. But what followed was a disaster indeed. Boulders weighing tens of thousands of tons fell down. It happened to hit a pirate ship, and immediately, the pirate ship was destroyed. The people on the boat didn't even have time to howl, they just followed the boat and died in the bottom of the sea together. Quick, run. People were terrified and drove their boats to flee the sea. Hey, they really are a bunch of jumping clowns. Bellamy, with a round smiling clown painted on her chest, sat on a seat outside the cafe, drinking coffee and laughing at the group of chaotic guys on the sea. His crew, hearing this, also laughed out loud. The reason why he appeared here ahead of time was because he received an order from Doflamingo to let him be here and wait for Bai Ye and Robin to come down from Sky Island. Doflamingo is Bellamy's idol, and Bellamy is of course extremely excited to be reused by him. Who says it isn't? Clown. A hoarse voice sounded. Sand Crocodile. Seeing the man in front of her clearly, Bellamy was startled. Although he offered a bounty of 55 million berry, he faced Crocodile, one of the 7 warlords of the sea, who offered a bounty of 81 million berry, should be higher, but no information was found. He immediately relaxed. But when he thought that he was different from the past now, but he was fawning on Don Quixote family's Doflamingo, and he immediately regained his confidence. It turned out to be Crocodile. Lao Sha, what do you think about the sudden explosion of Sky Island? Bellamy worked up her courage and pretended to be familiar with Crocodile. .067. Bai Ye, call him Yeti. Advertise here. The surrounding pirates originally looked down on Bellamy, but at this time, they also changed their attitude. Unexpectedly, Bellamy is still acquainted with Sir Crocodile. Obviously, it must be the world calamity and the son of the devil who joined forces to destroy Sky Island. Crocodile said calmly. Thinking of this, he felt that day and night were the same kind of people as him. To achieve the goal, destroy Sky Island or a country, no matter what. The Sky Island exploded, and when the disaster came, it also brought countless treasures. Various seashells, gold coins, and the life savings of the people of Sky Island. For some it's death, for others, it's madness. Little ones, go ahead, all the treasures belong to our Ape Mountain United Army. With the order of Wen Bran Kulik, the boss of the Ape Mountain United Army, countless pirates rushed to the wreckage that fell in the sky. As the saying goes, people die for money, and birds die for food. For money, the pirates don't even want their lives. 10,000 meters high, Bai Ye and Robin got into their boat and waited for the descending current. Before that, Bai Ye certainly didn't let go of recovering the souls of the dead. It has to be said that the souls of Sky Island people are indeed stronger than the souls of ordinary people. The spot of light is also bigger. Especially Enel's. Although it is a circle smaller than Akainu's soul light spot, it is still big enough. After recovering all souls, Bai Ye's strength skyrocketed again. Open black lens bracket name, Bai Ye close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket template, Yohbach close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket current unlock progress, 60 close black lens bracket. Abilities. Link C cluster, flying feet, blood moving dress, static blood dress, shell static blood dress, large sacred destroyer, great sacred bow, multiple sacred lost, blood moving dress magma burst, close black lens bracket. Inherent abilities. Soul dispensing contact healing, soul recovery, soul dispensing sacred text engraving, soul recycling sanctification. Open black lens bracket ability of stars. Gate fruit ability, lava fruit ability, thunder fruit ability, close black lens bracket. Weapons. Destroying cross knife, cross badge. Open black lens bracket special ability, shadow domain. Counted as taking the altar, close black lens bracket. Inherent holy text. Omniscient and almighty. The unlocking progress has increased by nearly 10 points, reaching 60 days. As for the ability, he also comprehended the blood moving outfit magma burst. This is a new ability produced by combining the ability of Yohbach and the ability of lava fruit. Since the lava fruit ability can be combined with the blood moving equipment to produce new abilities, what about the door fruit, thunder fruit? And many other abilities of Yohbach. When Bai Ye thought of this, he became very excited. It seems that he can combine the fruit ability and Yohbach's ability to create a more powerful ability. With the further unlocking of the Yohbach template, Bai Ye is becoming more and more comfortable with the use of Yohbach's abilities. If it goes on like this, it won't be long before there is no one in this world who can be his opponent. What Marine Admiral, Sea Emperor, and 5 Elders are all just stepping stones for him to become stronger. Crash. The Bai Sea, which was originally calm, suddenly became turbulent under the tide. Apparently, there was a down current. With the arrival of the descending ocean current, the Bai Sea above the special cloud layer seemed to be opened with a big hole, and the seawater kept pouring down. Forming an Uzumaki, the current is extremely strong. If it was in the past, Robin would probably change his face greatly when he joined such a turbulent current and the terrible Uzumaki. But she has experienced so much with Bai Ye, plus, her current strength is not what it used to be. Robin was extremely calm. Gone. As soon as the two finished speaking, Bai Ye used spiritual power to drive the boat and rushed towards Uzumaki. Crash. The ship was sucked into Uzumaki and fell extremely fast with the descending current. Connected and falling together, there are also various strange creatures in the Bai Sea. Express shrimp, super express shrimp, and even small sea kings are available. This road rushes down, not to mention how thrilling and exciting it is. Even sea kings couldn't stand such a stimulus, and passed out directly. Ha ha ha, fun. Robin laughed brightly. Brother Bai Ye, I thought about it, what is the name of our ship? 42. What? Didn't hear you. Let's call it Godfall. Robin muttered with all his strength. Rumble. Crash. The terrible turbulent sound did not cover Robin's cry. God's meteor. Not bad, quite in line with the current mood. Bai Ye is very satisfied with the name Robin gave to the ship. Ask for flowers. God falls, even if it is a god, if you meet them, you will fall. At this moment, the God Meteor Pirates is officially established. This is the pirate group. The number of people is a little less, so far, there are only 2 people. It seems that we need to find more crew members as soon as possible. At least, navigators are essential. A down current is coming. Everyone be careful. The falling current finally came. But at this moment, people are not looking forward to the down current so much anymore. Enough of the various debris dropped by Sky Island explosions. The wreckage brought by the down current is no longer enough to attract people's attention. However, there was also the Shinigami that fell with the falling ocean current. It's them. World Calamity and Son of the Devil. They're still alive. People were shocked when they saw Bai Ye and Robin on the Godfall, including Bellamy. There are also people who took the Sky Current to Sky Island and came down safely. Only Crocodile seemed to have expected this scene a long time ago. Back. Good. Crocodile stood up from his seat. It turned into wind and sand and swept towards the shore. Boom. Accompanied by a loud bang, the Shenyan crashed heavily on the sea surface, splashing water 100 meters high. Withstood such a violent impact, the Shenyan was safe and sound. Bai Ye and Robin on board were also unscathed. Even, Bai Ye is still leisurely roasting sea kings with magma. There is no way, there are waves coming from time to time, and the general flames cannot be ignited. There are so many people. Taking a look at the dozens of pirate ships on the sea, and the dense crowd of onlookers on the shore, Bai Ye couldn't help but sigh with emotion. Well, they're all ships salvaging wrecks. Robin nodded, said. Looking at the two people on the boat and the countless pirates who had been waiting for a long time, no one dared to act rashly. Wherever the god meteor passed, the pirate ships also gave way one after another. Nonsense. The boss of the Ape Mountain United Army is not a fool, he is just asking for money, and he doesn't want to die, so there is no need to provoke this devil. He is the world calamity that killed the world nobles celestial dragons and the new marine admiral Akainu, Bai Ye. What Bai Ye? Call him Yetikion. .068. Crocodile is here. Advertise here. Yeti. He is indeed worthy of this title. As expected of a man with a bounty of 2.08 billion, he really has enough hockey. 2 billion and 80 million, isn't it 1 billion and 80 million? You read yesterday's newspaper, right? In today's newspaper, the reward amount has been updated a long time ago, and it is now 2.08 billion. 2 billion and 80 million, hey, this is going to be the 4 emperors of New World. There was a lot of discussion. What, he has a reward of 2.08 billion. Hearing this news, Bellamy was stunned. His bounty is only 55 million, how much is his idol Doflamingo? That's only 340 million berry. In such a comparison, I can't even compare to other people's fractions. Of course, the amount of the reward does not necessarily represent the actual combat power. Take 443, Doflamingo as an example, his bounty must be more than 3.24 billion berry. It is very possible that he used his privilege as the world's noble celestial dragons to deliberately lower the amount of his reward. Don't forget, pretending to be a pig and eating a tiger is also Doflamingo's forte. And because Doflamingo is a celestial dragon of the world's nobles, for many things he does, as long as the interests of the world government are not touched, the world government will turn a blind eye most of the time. After returning to the world below, Day and Night was in no hurry to continue the journey. Instead, I plan to stay in Gaia Island for a day. Replenish supplies. After all, I was in a hurry when I was in the capital of 7 waters, and I didn't have time to buy supplies. Soon, the god meteor docked at the port. Bai Ye and Robin just got off the boat when a gust of wind carried yellow sand and blew towards them. Immediately afterwards, Crocodile's figure appeared in front of Bai Ye and Robin. Crocodile. Bai Ye naturally recognized the strangely dressed Crocodile at a glance. He thought Crocodile was after him, but he was really being self-indulgent. Ms. Nico Robin, hello, I am the president of Baroque Works, Crocodile. I sincerely invite Ms. Nico Robin to be our vice president and supreme commander. I wonder if Ms. Nico Robin would like to. Crocodile said in a gentlemanly manner. Good guy, is this being poached by someone? But this is also helpless, who made Robin so knowledgeable and talented. In the original book, Robin first appeared on the stage, and also appeared as the vice president and supreme commander of the Baroque Works, codenamed Miss All Sunday. It can be seen how much Lao Sha attaches great importance to Robin's ability to work. Therefore, Bai Ye is not surprised that Lao Sha will come to poach people. It's just that you are a bit arrogant to dig someone face to face. However, Robin's performance did not disappoint Bai Ye. Sorry, Mr. Crocodile, I'm already a crew member of the Godfall Pirates, so I can't agree to your request. Also, this is our captain, Bai Ye. Robin didn't talk nonsense, and rejected Crocodile's invitation very straightforwardly. No way, Robin turned down Lao Sha's invitation. Does she know the weight of Lao Sha? He is 7 warlords of the sea. In other words, the amount of reward offered by the Devil's Son seems to be lower than that of Crocodile, and it is not a matter of course to reject him. You know what a fart. The amount of the reward does not represent power status. On the contrary, Lao Sha, as a former great pirate, is now one of the 7 warlords of the sea, and he can join his Baroque work agency as the vice president. It is definitely the Devil's Son as high. People are arguing about it. What 7 warlords of the sea? To put it bluntly, isn't it just one of the world government? Flutter. Blood splattered. The dead pirate, before he could say the last word, dog, was directly pierced through the chest by Crocodile's golden hook, and died in Wangquan. Now, no one dares to say anything about Crocodile. Only Bai Ye and Robin seemed very calm. Miss Nico Robin, please think again. I heard that you are very interested in archaeology and history. It just so happens that our agency recently found a stone tablet in Alabasta, which records some unknown history. I believe Miss Nico Robin would be interested. Crocodile obviously didn't give up, and spoke again. Then there's no need. Robin is now my crew member. I won't let her be taken away. If you want to take her away, you have to pass my level first. Bai Ye also knew that it was time to stand up and make a statement. So, he stood up and said forcefully. When Robin heard this, there was no change on the surface, but he was secretly delighted in his heart. This means that she is very important to Bai Ye, of course she is happy. It's just you, a guy who was chased by various forces not long ago and was scared to hide on Sky Island. Crocodile laughed when he heard this. Quote. Bai Ye was speechless. At the beginning, when the major forces came after him, he just happened to be in a hurry and wanted to take the soaring current to the Sky Island. Unexpectedly, it was rumored that he was afraid of the major forces and hid on Sky Island in fright. Is Nima's okay? Moreover, from the sneers on the faces of the pirates around, but they dare not laugh out loud, it can be seen that everyone has accepted this statement. The reason for this must be caused by the world government. After all, the world government doesn't want to make Bai Ye's world calamity too arrogant, so naturally it has to find various ways to belittle and discredit him. Think what you will, but you're not partitioned enough to take Robin from me, Crocodile. Bai Ye said decisively. Really, try it and you'll know. After Crocodile finished speaking, he shot Bai Ye decisively. Desert Sword. Crocodile turned his arm into a huge sand blade, and then, he slashed at Bai Ye with a single blow. Boom. A loud bang. A huge sand blade will directly be the port. 1.5.4 is 2. Even the sea water, the drama splits in two. With just one blow, countless innocent pirates were affected and killed. Wow. Run. Is this the strength of 7 warlords of the sea? Horror. As expected of a sand crocodile. While people were terrified, they also deeply admired Crocodile's strength. But, that's it. Crocodile, is this your strength? I'm so disappointed. Let me tell you how to use the fruit ability. Bai Ye said arrogantly. At the same time that the desert sword fell towards him, he suddenly turned into a thunderbolt, dodging the attack of the desert sword at an extremely fast speed. Immediately afterwards, his figure appeared in the air. The color of the sky and the earth changed, and the sky became dark. Thunderclouds gathered in the sky.